Isabella, let's take a look. Hello, you've got me down to the pool. Check it all out, so. Excellent. Over here, Saul. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me live. I was just checking out the progress on the pool, my retaining wall. Did you get distracted by Willow? Yes, you did. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke live on my back porch from the back door. You can see right out into what's going to be my pool. And you can also see the Willow and Stella as they start their morning. So good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me and joining me for my morning production meeting. Why do I call it the morning production meeting? Because I'll go over some of the things that I am planning to get accomplished or film throughout the day. And the reason, hi Richard, thanks for joining in, and John, thanks for joining in. Yes, my flash pig, thanks for joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mark, or Merrick is here, thank you. Yes, thank you, Frederick. We've got, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, right? So that is the next day in the week for my production meeting. And to be a content creator such as I am, it does take a lot of work and a lot of deciding what areas of the farm to use, what sets to use. Can you hear Arnie in the background? He was just talking. There he is. So that's going to be Arnie. Oh, no. Is that right? Let me see. Oh, no, that's little Mavis. That's Mavis calling out, I need breakfast. So that's part of the thing with being on a farm and using this farm as part of my content is that it is 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So thanks for thinking I do some nice work. I appreciate that. I am going to fix this just a little bit. There we go. All right. So thank you for the roses. I love roses and I love hearts. So thank you very much. For when are we going for a swim in the swimming pool? Well, that is the question because it's 9 o'clock and the contractors aren't here yet. So I do believe they are waiting on more material before they can finish off this rock wall and retaining wall that's right underneath me and the top ledge. So I believe they'll be doing the flagstone like I have on the top ledge of the pool. If you can see behind me, I did have a couple of workers here all day buttering the top ledge and fitting in all the pieces with mortar. And going around and hand chipping to make sure that I had a nice even edge going all the way around. So good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining me. You have Mary Burke live. Yes, so this is, one of the ways that you know that you're dealing with a real person, right? There's so many fakes out there. So this is the best way to hit follow and subscribe right here so that you can follow me and my extras and get the most up-to-date information. Now my contractors may be here. They may be pulling in any minute now. Yep, here they are. So I may have to move the production meeting only because I have not broached the subject with them of them being in any of the video, but it will take them a minute to get set up and check the work and everything behind you. So yes, putting in a pool. I hired the experts to come in, and I'm not putting in the pool myself. My production meeting is more working on things that I'll be doing are working on the shed. So up in the tiny home, I have a bathroom that I am building the shower in. So today, last night, if you've been watching me and you've checked out my reels and posts, I recently posted the pro, that I'm a pro. I am actually a pro card holder at Lowe's, so I can park in the pro parking to get my supplies. So I went and picked up the tile last night, and the mortar, and the spacers, and all of that good stuff. So that is there. So I'm gonna let them all get set up and take it from there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So what I was saying was that they buttered the top last night. So this is the material that they're using on the top of the edging of around the pool, and around the top of the retaining wall will be this material here. And they've been using saws to cut it, or they've been using hand chipping it. A lot of hand chipping. So this is also the material that's on the veneer. That's on the lower side. There's a drop off on the lower side. So that is also on the exterior of that. The facade of the retaining wall is this material here. Beautiful regular pieces, hand pieces that have been cut or different shapes for them to build that wall. And then this is around the inside of the pool, around the top ledge. There you go. So, and then we have down at the bottom the actual pavers that are going to be used right there. Excellent. So there, yes. So old school, they're doing some old school techniques. They're, like I said, hand chipping big slabs and cutting. They're using saws as well to come in and cut what they want, and then hand chipping it to get it the right, because the pool is a free form pool. So there you go. So my production today, though, things that I'll be working on will be up in the tiny home, be working on the shower, and in the shower I will be installing the tile. And I did decide, again, if you've been watching me or following me, then you know that I have been putting I had a short or reel where I was trying to decide which direction to go with my tile. And I did decide to use my 8x48 tiles going vertically. So that's what I will be doing, is going vertically. So that it is a relatively small shower. It's a 42 by 42 shower, corner shower. So we'll just have 2 walls of tile to do. Then I will be installing 3 panels of full glass. So that's the way that would go. So that is that. Now, going back to the production and being a content creator such as myself, you know, a lot of thought does go into what I am going to film in a given day. And a lot of different things such as hair, makeup, props. Granted, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't pancake or cover myself up. What you see is what you get. But I do a lot of thought process each and every day as to what I'm going to be creating. Now, it may appear that I just have someone following me around with a camera, and that's not necessarily true. Yes, I should say good morning to everybody. They're all heading out and working. Good morning. So they are going to get settled in and get working there. done, but they're all focused, laser focused on getting their stuff done. If they pay attention to me, they're going to have the Mary factor. We don't want the Mary factor and what they do in the pool. And what is the Mary factor? To me, I can tend to be a bit distracting. So that is the case. Good morning. So, anywho, that's the way that it goes. Let's see. Bricks from recycled plastic. Somebody was saying the newest build trend is to recycle plastics and put it into the building materials. I don't know if they did that in this situation or not. So let's see. So I will be using a wet saw today, cutting my tiles and laying out the shape and the patterns for it to go on the wall. I won't be just doing rails. There will be a pattern assigned to that, hello Stella. Now Stella has come to visit. And in case you were wondering, Stella is my 8-pound Rat Terrier Chihuahua mix. She rules the farm. Yes, she does. Again, if you've been following me, you'll know that she decided what time it was to go to bed last night, and she just sprawled right out on my pillow. Or you may see her taking care of the animals. I have some young chicks that I put into a nursery yesterday. The first nursery I started was a bit of a fail, so I ended up putting them in they are in the large goat enclosure, which also has a chicken coop in it, but they're not ready or old enough to be integrated with the other chickens that are on, the other hens that are on the property. So I have to create their own sort of nursery. They're big enough to be outside full time, but not big enough to be with all the other animals. So I did have to create that. Yes. Hello, Stella. You ready to get down? Are you ready to get down? Or do you want those? There. What do you think? You want to say hi to everybody, or you want to get down? Oh, off she goes. There she goes. And she will often stay nearby and have my backside. So she will stay at my 6 to make sure that nothing's coming at me from that way. She is just off camera, sitting there with an eagle eye, watching what's going on. So, somebody asked how old I am. I am in my fantastic or fine 50s club. So, and somebody else asked Michael if I am married. So yes, the answer to that is yes, I am married. Yes. So, thank you so much. Thank you for liking my puppies that are here on the farm. I have Stella and Willow, and that is how it's going this morning. So I appreciate you all being here. Again, back to some of my production stuff. The other things that I will be working on, because again, these guys will be working on the pool. Things that I'll be working on will be the tiny home, as well as the RV pad. I do have to work on the RV pad to get that ready. When the pool opens, there will be a big pool party when the pool is open. So, thank you, Drew, for loving my content. Again, I am on multiple platforms, so part of that content creator is I am striving to get attention. Like, I get comments about that all the time. All she wants is attention. Well, that is what a content creator does, because if they're an advertiser for a product or a service, can you imagine getting 3 to 6 million views a day? And that's what I do every single day, is get about 3 to 6 million views a day on my different social media platforms. Now there's a lot involved in that, such as my production meetings, setting up things, and then on top of that, there are hours and hours and hours of film for me then to review to decide which shorts and reels I'm going to put up. So it is, and I do have a staff of people right now. You're on a tripod, because the rest of my staff is out and about starting to set up all the other different things throughout the day. So like I said, I will be working with a wet saw today and cutting tiles, laying out the tiles, figuring out a pattern, and then actually installing the shower tiles. Excuse me. In addition to that, let's see, what else do I have going on? Like I said, the RV pad. I have to get that RV. I did recently take it on a road trip. So now it is time to put it back in its place where it belongs, get it up on its platform, make sure that it's all level, extend everything out, clean it up, and hook the power and water back up. Make sure that the power and water are working correctly. Get that all situated. There'll probably be a workout in there somewhere. So where do I find the time? Well, that's it. I have to get through my day. This is any given day here at the farm. In addition to that, I'd have to go check on the baby chicks, make sure that they have fresh food and water. They're in a new environment, make sure that that is all good. Tend to the garden by watering the garden. There's taking care of the goats, making sure that they are fed and exercised. Arnie was a little ornery yesterday, so I don't know if you saw that, but I did get a really good series where I had the first nursery set up where I could see the baby chicks feeding, and right outside the mother hens feeding. Stella was in the pen with me, and then Arnie was on the outside. Arnie and Mavis were on the outside. So I was able to capture that they were all in the same area at the same time, which is, it's hard to capture on film. It happens all the time, but once you put me in the mix, the animals don't necessarily behave the same way. So, exercising the goats is making sure they run around their pen and climb their playground. And we play King of the Mountain, where, you know, I have a big stump that the goats will jump up onto and such. So yes, they all and bring them their feed, as well as let them graze in their pen. So yeah, I gotta take care of the babies. Absolutely, gotta take care of the babies. So you can certainly let me know where you're from and what you're up to as part of our morning. See, now Stella is keeping a watchful eye on what is happening behind me and making sure that the guys are working hard. I am married, so I've had a couple of people ask me in the comments whether I'm single. I am married, and I've been married for almost 30 years. Someone else asked, what state is my farm in? And the farm is located in Alabama. So and it's in Lower Alabama. Sometimes it's referred to LA, which I had to, from other Alabamians. They refer to south of Birmingham or south of Montgomery as Lower Alabama, or LA. So when they first said, "Oh, you're in LA," I said, "No, I'm actually in Alabama." And then that's when I was informed of the correct stuff. So let's see what we're doing. Oh, they are scraping the patio, leveling out, and they're using the front bucket of their skid steer to make a flat level. It's not a box cutter, but they're using it as such to actually grade the patio. So, roll tide, exactly, roll tide. So, greetings from Texas. Thank you for joining in. I'm sure that is the Mary factor. It is, and that I can be rather distracting when things happen around me. So, there you go. From Indiana, Jerry? You don't remember the overalls looking so good? Yes. I appreciate that. I do wear them almost daily. They are very easy to work in, and they do cover. So, sometimes called coveralls, overalls. These ones are shorts because it's warm out today, so short-alls. So thank you so much for being here. Again, you've got Mary Burke Live. And remember, this is the account that you want to hit follow, like, subscribe to. So,
you can follow me on my exploits here and see what's happening at the farm. I try to bring you a snippet of my life every day, if you will. And as I said, I brought in the professionals. They are handling all that landscape work, the patio work, everything to do with the pool. That is not going to be me. So they can do that. Now I will ask them questions throughout the day, or see the updates, or ask if I can help out, or any of those things. So that is all part of it. They most likely are. I did have another load of gravel. Someone asked if they're going to be putting gravel down. That I did have another load, a full truck load of gravel delivered yesterday, or 2 days ago now. 2 days ago now? So they've been working on it for some of their stuff, but they are most likely going to put that down so they can start working on the patio. Thank you for thinking it's looking wonderful. Hello from Russia. Thank you for joining in. So I appreciate you guys all being here this morning to go over what is going to happen today here at the farm. As you can see, the workers are here to work on the farm. And then I myself will have my own list of chores, if you will. In addition to my farm chores, I have a whole laundry list of projects to be completed here at the farm. So those are some of the things that I'll be working on. And my goal every day as a content creator, as other content creators are out there, at least the top 10 content creators, they're looking to get millions of views per day. And that is exactly my goal as well. So that's why you are here with me. Where am I? I am at the farm on my back porch. You're looking at the back door, looking towards the back of my the farm, where I have an in-ground pool being installed. So thank you for thinking that I'm nice looking. I appreciate that. And you can see that they are grading the patio area behind me. So look, that's what it looks like they'll be working on today. From there, they'll probably put down a layer of gravel, and then from there they'll put in their pavers. So we shall see how it looks as we go through the day. What state, David asks, am I in? I am in Alabama. This is Lower Alabama, which is north of I-10, but south of Montgomery. So, yeah, you met me once, Jeff? Yes, you did. You probably did meet me on a set. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying there. So we can adjust you there a little bit. I don't have the face recognition cameras or any of that sort of stuff, so I may have to move you manually. Good morning, Mary. Thank you for joining in on this great day. It is a bit overcast today and a bit cooler today than it was yesterday, but which works out well for the workers who are outside all day. I will be inside for a portion of the day, heading in and out, but since I'll be cutting tile, that is the goal of the day will be, and that you should stay or subscribe, follow, because then you will get to see the progress that I make on the bathroom in the tiny home. Well, there is a section of Lower Alabama and I think that's more Gulf Shores. It's the section that is below I-10 that goes all the way down. That's lower Alabama. So yes. Oh, you're in Alabama too, and it's bright and hot. All right, so you're in a different part of the state as me right now. It is overcast, but we'll see if the sun breaks through and becomes sunny and shiny later on. What is that? Something about being a lawyer. Why did you think I was a lawyer? I'm not a lawyer. I do consulting with a lot of lawyers. My background is in finance and forensic accounting. So I do have a relationship with a lot of law firms that I take on special cases now when I want to. That is forensic accounting. It's following the money and finding out where people have hidden their assets. So that's a little side gig that I do now. But for 30 years, in finance, I worked a lot with attorneys and picked up tidbits and snippets along the way. So when I do come across something, so yesterday, if you watched my live, I was talking about an in-ground pool being a attractive nuisance. And what does that mean? It looks attractive, and it's a nuisance in the sense that if you don't put a privacy fence around it, it could entice. It is foreseeable that teenagers or children or even pets or animals will come to that water source or will come to that pool and jump in the pool. So by putting up a privacy fence, now you have an expectation, the homeowner has an expectation of privacy. If they scale that to then come into the pool, that would be on the person that scaled the wall or the fence to come into the pool. So those are some different legal items that we come up with in cases and stuff like that. But so I just try to, as I have these situations that come up, I try to include you and give you some tidbits of knowledge. So I hope that's a good explanation for you.
Welcome from South Georgia. Thank you for joining me, James. Thanks for being here.
So thank you for thinking it's a nice pool. I appreciate that. I don't know what a good financial move for you is. I am still a firm believer in land, so that's why I do have two locations. I have two properties. One is here in Alabama, and the other one is the beach house that I have in Florida. So, good morning, Alani. Thank you for joining in. Am I from Alabama originally? No, I am not from Alabama originally. I was not born and raised here. From Alabama by way of Florida, by way of the Northeast United States. I was originally born and raised in the Northeast, one of the 13 original colonies. In fact, the Burke family dates back to early settlers of the Northeast. So, hello there from Alaska. Thank you for joining in. Hello, Mario. Fantastic. Thanks for joining. I'm so happy that you are here. Now, my show will be up in a couple of minutes, so I just thought I would give you a sneak peek into my morning and have you help me out with my morning production meeting and let you know some of the things. I think you need some WD-40 on that tire, don't you? That's a little squeaky. I have another wheelbarrow he could use. So. That's the accent that you would hear is from the Northeast. I do work hard to not have that accent. So, but y'all is not, it doesn't roll right off the tongue. So, for me anyways, since I wasn't born and raised with that speech. So I do appreciate you being here. This has been a fan. Whoop. Now Arnie is out as well. I heard Arnie. He's out in the background. Whoop. And now they get the saw out. You can hear it. They just started it up, and they're gonna get to cutting some of that flagstone behind it. And with that, it's gonna be too loud for you to talk, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Time for me to get rocking and rolling anyways. Thank you again. Make sure you hit follow, subscribe, and I'll be back again tomorrow to share what the next production